Hi YouTube, my name is Heather and I love anti-MLM content here on YouTube. Today I wanted us to listen to just 2 minutes of a Beachbody team call where a very high up Beachbody coach is telling a team about how important it is to form a sense of community and connection. I'm really excited to get started and I'd love to hear what you think below.
And when they build relationships with you and with the team, they're not going to be as likely to just drop off the face of the earth. I've had one.
She's just saying when your downline builds relationships with you and other members of your downline, they're less likely to quit.
One diamond quit. Well, now two. I've had, but for a long time it was one, and it was just the mom. Like, it was clear as day. She never got in the middle of the bed of the team. She wasn't getting on the team calls. She was listening to the recordings. She wasn't running free groups with other people. She wasn't buddying up and running challenge groups with another coach in the team. When we were in Mexico, I was on the bus with a very a coach of mine that lives out in San Francisco, and I don't see or hear that much from her because she's got 3 children and a full-time job where she travels. And we were on the bus together over to the Hard Rock, and she got teary-eyed and she was just like, Moira, when you come into this, like, once you come into this, you can just never leave. And I was like, and now you need to go pay that forward. That's how I feel. And she meant our team, but she also just meant she was all inspired from Beachbody as a whole and being on that trip, you know? And that's what we need to give people, is that connection to the company, that connection to
this individual who said to her coach that she can never leave, it's because of the connection and the sense of community that coaches try to develop on their own teams and team calls and team retreats, team trips, also on fancy trips for, say, the Elite Top 10, for elite coaches, for the new leadership conference. It's all developed as a way for coaches to form connections with each other and to not want to leave those connections behind. We just have like another minute or two and then we can keep talking.
To our community, that connection to your team, but the community as a whole. I mean, I only have one elite coach. I'll have more this year. But she actually said recently, she was like, if I walked away from this, I would lose everything in my life. Like, I'd lose all my friendships. I'd lose my network. I'd lose my support system. I would lose the people that I laugh my ass off with. Like, it's just everything. And so you have to create.
I feel like it's a huge red flag if your job is everything. Your job, in my opinion, let me know if you disagree with this, but your job should be how you pay your bills. And it's great if you're passionate about what you do. It's great if you have some friends at work, but it doesn't need to be your sole purpose in life. You can go to your job, pay your bills, come home, and then pursue your passions and your interests with your family and other loved ones. She just said if she left, she would lose everything. Why are your friendships dependent on you staying in Beachbody? If you've left, say, an office job, or say you're a teacher or you're a doctor, are you automatically going to lose every single friend you have at your workplace? The reason for them saying that is because in MLM, your friendships are conditional based on whether you're in that company. We've heard stories from people who've been in MLMs on YouTube when they've had lots of best friends in the business, and then the second they leave, they're told that people were forced to block them, never talk to them again, badmouth them in public, and when they leave, they're no longer friends. So number one, your job should not be everything. Number two, why are you losing your support system, your friendships, your connections just because you leave Beachbody? That doesn't make any sense, and that's a huge red flag.
That everything, and it's not rocket science. You just build relationships with your PS. You partner people up. You create pods. You create message threads. In my hometown, we go out a lot.
So that's literally all I wanted to talk about. Sorry. So she's saying it's not that hard to build connection and a sense of family in your team. And let's think about people who are more vulnerable and who might feel more lonely and disconnected from individuals who would join an MLM for friendship. So this could be someone who just moved to a new city. This could be a military spouse who moves across the country and is never able to form deep, meaningful connections with other adults. This could be a new mom who is staying home for maternity leave and just takes care of the baby all day. This could be a stay-at-home dad on paternity leave who's looking for connections. What else? This could be someone who has a mental health condition, such as anxiety or depression, who finds it hard to connect with other people. This could be someone who just can't communicate well, who has extreme social anxiety and struggles leaving the house. There are other ways for you to make connections with people in day to day life. You do not need to pay money to be a salesperson for a company. What could you do? In non COVID times, you could join a rec hockey league. You could join a book club. If you'd like to go to church, you could join a group at church. You could join a walking club. You could join any endless amounts of clubs where you can form meaningful social connections where the friendships are not they're not conditional and they're not based on financial gain for your uplines and those above you. Sorry, I know that was a little bit rambly. I just find it unfortunate that so many people use MLMs as a way to make friendships and form connections with people that are conditional, that are based on financial gain, because the moment that you are not financially benefiting your upline, you lose that friendship, that support system, and that connection. And again, your job should not be everything. It's great if you're passionate about your job, but you should have other things, other passions, other interests that make you who you are and that make your life valuable and fun and interesting. That's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you think below about the fact that Beachbody coaches say that Beachbody's everything when it's just their job. And I find that very sad. And I think there should be other things that make you who you are, not just your job. That's all I have for today. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time. Bye.